People always ask me what they should do to get their lifts up or to gain weight or whatever. What's the best program? What did I do to get my squat so high or my deadlift so high or my bench so high or whatever? A lot of people attribute it to just genetics or, being fat or whatever. But the best advice is really just to want it more. Because if you want it bad enough, you're going to figure out what works. If you want it bad enough, you're going to go and you're going to do the research it takes to figure out what exactly you need to do. You're going to take the time it takes to learn your body to figure out what works best for you. You're going to go in there and you're going to train hard enough that you get better results. I used to get physically ill before I went and squatted and deadlifted and stuff. I used to get sick to my stomach, in the hours leading up to these workouts, because I knew exactly how hard I was going to have to try to get stronger, because, I wasn't getting stronger because I was getting stronger. I was getting stronger, literally, because I was trying harder than the last workout. I would go through, a month or two where I would make gains every workout just because, I tried harder. Last workout I did, 10 rows with, 150-pound dumbbell, and this one, I'm just not going to let go of it until I get 12. I'm just not going to let go of it until I get 15 or whatever. I would get sick because I was worried that I wouldn't be able to physically live up to the goals that I had for that workout. I was worried my body physically wouldn't allow me to get the extra rep or the extra weight that I was trying to get, because I would hate myself if I couldn't get that. I would be disappointed. It would ruin my workout. It would ruin my day. I would be angry about it. I would go home and complain, and I would bitch, and I'd be pissed off at people. Because I wanted it so bad. I wanted to make those gains so bad. So people are asking me, they're like, well, should I do this? Should I do 10 sets of 3 on squats? Should I, whatever? How often should I train? And basically, it really just comes down to, the best program is just fucking wanting it more. Just trying harder. Being willing to do what it takes to reach your goals. People are always thinking it's a supplement or a secret exercise, or I don't know what they think. They must think it's something, because they're asking me all the time, like I have some kind of secret they don't know about, These people, they private message me. I get them all the time. I must get one every other day. They'll give me 3 sentences. They'll tell me their age and what they bench and how much they weigh. And they'll tell me to write them a program and a diet. A lot of them don't even ask. A lot of them will just go, I bench this much and I weigh this much. Write me a diet and a training program. Like I owe it to them or something. And I look at these people and I'm like, this person isn't even worth responding to. This person isn't worth helping, because obviously they're not even willing to invest in giving me enough information to help them. They don't even want to write the extra 5 sentences to tell me how much they're eating or how long they've been training or where their sticking point is or what's their weak muscle group, So how would my help possibly benefit them? If I tell them to try harder, is that going to make the difference for them? No, because they won't even do what it takes to begin with. So why would telling them to try harder or telling them to do something harder than they're already doing change anything? They know they're not working hard. They know that whenever they don't train legs and, for bench, all they do for working out is, bench and biceps, and they don't even do those hard. They know they're not doing what it takes. There's no help that those people can have, that they can be given, that will do anything for them. What am I going to do? Give them a motivational speech? And honestly, I still try and help those people, but it's so meaningless. Because the people who are going to succeed are going to succeed regardless. And the people who are going to fail regardless. Because the difference between the two is one is willing to do what it takes. People always used to hate on me and call me fat and whatnot and tell me I was lazy and unimpressive and didn't work hard or whatever. Just generally belittling what I did. But I got super fat. I gained 185 pounds. And People thought that was laziness. People thought that was just me being like a lazy fat guy using powerlifting as an excuse to be fat, you know? But what that was me going, okay, nobody else is willing to gain this much weight. Nobody else is willing to be this heavy. If I am, I'm gonna do something that they aren't. If I weigh, 385 pounds, I'm gonna be able to bench something or squat something that those other people aren't. I'm gonna be able to train longer than they are, and I'm gonna be able to gain strength faster than they are, and it's gonna give me something that they don't have. And I have to tell you guys, being 385 isn't easy. People think, oh, I would love to drink chocolate milk and eat pizza all the time. That would be great. That would be so much fun. Yeah, you know what? Drinking chocolate milk, it tastes good. So does pizza. But let me tell you, being that fucking fat is hard on you. Getting off the couch is hard on your knees. You live in pain. Your joints hurt all the time. Your hips and your knees hurt. You look like shit. It's hard to breathe. Walking around the block is a task. It's sacrifice. It's doing something hard. That's what that is. Nobody understands that shit. Nobody understands that to achieve these lifts isn't just genetics. It isn't just like, oh, you're lucky because you don't have to work. I wish I would have started when I was younger. I wish I would have had access to the internet when I was younger. No, that's not what it is. It's being willing to do the shit to get to that point. It's being willing to do the things to get from point A to point B, whatever they may be. It's different for everyone. But you know what? You're not competing with other people. You're competing with yourself. And if I'm generally trying harder than you, I'm going to make better gains for who I am than the gains you make. That's why these people, they sit around and go, oh, I just eat so much. I stuff myself all the time and I just can't gain weight. It's so unfair. I wish I had a better metabolism or blah, 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 blah. Some people just can't gain weight. No, bullshit. Bullshit. You're not willing to get fat. You want to eat clean. You want to eat chicken and rice. And then you want to, say that you can't eat enough of it? Yeah, try fucking something more calorie dense. Try some milk. Try some peanut butter. Try some cheese, some dairy products, some anything. People, oh, I just can't eat that much at once. It's too hard for me. You make those things easier for yourself. The more you eat, the easier it is to eat a lot. The bigger you get, the easier it is to eat a lot. The harder you train, the easier it is to train a lot. The heavier you train, the easier it is to go heavier. You condition yourself to do these things. So every time I have these people asking me, well, what should I do? Should I do this? And it's just apparently obvious to me that they aren't willing to work hard. That's what you're lacking, people. If you can't make the gains that are making you happy, if you can't make progress, if you're sitting around stalled out, it's because you should be doing more. People will go, oh, you're just talking shit, you're just genetically gifted, and whatever it is, this is why you're stronger than me, or this is why you're bigger than me. And you know what, I'm not saying my genetics are bad, or I don't have a great situation to get strong, but holy shit, just... If you're not gaining weight, it's because you are not eating enough. If you're not getting stronger, it's because you're not training right, or eating right, or sleeping right, or something. Something is off. Okay? Maybe you just have terrible genetics. There's some people who I guess just will never be very strong, but they can still try harder than they're trying. Who can't improve on what they're doing? Who can't do better with their diet or their training? Who can honestly say that? I don't even I could just ramble about this on and on. It just, I don't even know, These people, they think they know what sacrifice is because they go and they do their squats 3 times or, once a week, for 3 sets, and they don't push themselves on any one set, because they're trying to maintain strict form. That's what matters. No. Oh, form. People are always talking to me about form, like perfect form is, some kind of ideal. What it really comes down to is how hard you try. That's what it always comes down to, is how hard you try. You can have terrible form, but if you're trying harder, you're tearing down more muscle fibers. If you're exerting more effort, you're going to make better gains. Yeah, form plays a role, but to what degree? Does me swinging on my curls take my biceps out of the movement? No, it doesn't. You know? Does me like, oh, you used your lower back on pull downs. Yeah, now I'm never gonna get big lats, right? Oh, what did I bounce on bench? Yeah, I must not be using pecs now because I bounced. Oh, I didn't lock out on dips? Yeah, I guess I'm not using my triceps because I didn't lock out. You know?